Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to share this video with you guys because today I am gonna be sharing a very interesting list that will be based on new lesbian couples that I will highly recommend you also go watch, go follow, and go support if you guys haven't watched any of these movies, series, and also soap opera, in this case telenovelas as well. But before we get into further details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, because like I always say, your opinion does matter. So let's not waste any more time and get right into further details. So first and foremost, we're gonna start off with Catherine and Jack movie My Mother's Wedding. In this heartfelt and funny story, three sisters return to their childhood home for a momentous occasion, the third wedding of their twice widowed mother. Over the weekend, the family gathers to celebrate their new marriage, but mother and daughters alike are forced to revisit the past and confront the future, all with help from a colorful group of unexpected wedding guests. Yeah, so basically that is the plot of the movie, but we have to focus on the storyline between, in this case, Catherine and Jack. Catherine is a Royal Navy officer and Jack her long-term partner and the primary, caregiver for Catherine's son. Their relationship is the center focus of Catherine's emotional unavailability and career ambitions, cause friction, but eventually, the two work out, their differences in order to stay together. But things definitely took a big turn once Jack announced that she is pregnant and she wants, Catherine in order, for also to be there present in her child's life as well so that they can build a family together. But they couldn't see eye to eye because Catherine felt like Jack wanted, her to give up on her career, but also at the same time, she didn't realize she was also being selfish, so there is a whole conversation that goes on between the two in order for them to figure out their relationship and how they can do in order to do better in order for their relationship to work. Yes, this one is very good. And then we have, in this case, Cinta and Val, and you guys can watch the storyline on the series Andor. Season 2 covers the 4 years leading up to Rogue One, showing Cassius Andor's transformation from the thief into a hardened rebel, culminating in his undercover infiltration of the Empire to steal the first, in this case, star planes, and his ultimate sacrifice on Scarif. Yeah, so this one is actually based on Star Wars. For all the Star Wars fanatics, yes, this is that type of series. So let's get into the relationship of the two. So Cinta is a skilled spy and was deeply committed to the revelation, while Val was a privileged rebel officer who eventually chose her conviction and love for Cinta over her family. Their relationship highlighted by a tender scene where they share a kiss ended up tragically when Cinta was accidentally eliminated by a friendly fire during a mission during Andor Season 2. By the end of the season, the love story was a significant moment for queer representation in the Star Wars, in this case, franchise. Yes, unfortunately, it had a very sad ending, but I still feel like it's worth the watch because they had a very interesting relationship on the series. And then moving forward, we have Laura and Lee Diaz. Yes, this one is also a series and it's called The Girlfriend. It is a 2025 Prime Video psychological thriller series where wealthy art gallery owner Laura clashes with her son Daniel's new girlfriend, Cherry, who Laura believes is a deceived social climber. Yes, so let me tell you, this one is something else. I watched the beginning to the end and every single episode got me hooked. So if you guys haven't watched it, what are you waiting on? So the story between Laura and Letith. Laura is the mother who, disapproves of her son Daniel's new girlfriend, Cherry. Laura has an on and off, affair with Lethius, a paint. She's actually a painter, and she's also into arts, and they were classmates when they were younger. They have an ongoing tumultuous affair that strains Laura's marriage to her husband, but their relationship, actually gets destroyed as Laura's, desperate actions to control her son's life continues. Unfortunately, their story don't have a happy ending, but I'm definitely looking forward to season 2 because season 1 ended up in a way that we definitely need a season 2, because if you guys don't know, unfortunately Laura has passed away and she actually got eliminated by her own son in an accident situation that there was just a whole lot going on. Yeah, and then moving forward, we have Maeve and Phil. This is a soap opera, in this case a telenovela called Shortland Street, follows the dramatic and intervenor personal and professional lives of the staff, patients, and their families at the Auckland, New Zealand hospital known as Fairland. The long running soap opera explores everyday their hospital drama, often incorporating contemporary issues like viruses and social challenges as well, and personal dilemmas between everybody as well. Mahiv and Phil, the two are building a romantic and flirtation relationship that develops between them in the late 2025. Phil is grieving the loss of her lover Harper, and Mahiv is dealing with her wife Nicole actually being in prison, with their connection depending through mutual support, shared vulnerability moments, and also casual hookups. The two support each other a lot through the personal issues that they go through, and they occasionally have fun together. But after they have fun together, you can see that they kind of do feel in this case guilty for hooking up, especially Maeve, because she is cheating on her wife. But then her wife also is asking her for a divorce so that they both can move on with their lives. And at the beginning, you can see that Maeve, she's against getting a divorce because she doesn't want to give up on her marriage, but also at the same time she's hooking up with Phil. So there's just a whole lot still going on between the two. So I would definitely recommend y'all watching them. And then moving forward, we have Honey and MJ. Yes, this one is a movie I feel like it doesn't need no introduction. It's basically called Honey Don't, a dark comedy about a small town private investigator, Honey O'Dello, who delves into the series of strange eliminations tied to a mysterious church. And among the road, she also meets obviously MJ. Yes, they have their own personal story in the show, and let me tell you, it's actually very, very interesting, and it definitely caught me personally by surprise. Honey and MJ, they have a toxic relationship between a private investigator, Honey, and a controlling police officer, MJ. Initially drawn to each other by shared childhood trauma and mutual attraction, imitating MJ getting into a physical situation, Honey ultimately eliminates MJ in self-defense. But one thing we have to say is that the two connection physically was just truly, truly amazing. I really love the connection they had and the chemistry. But obviously later on, Honey found out that in this case, MJ, she was not the person that she thought she was, and that she was in situations that was tied to a case that Honey was investigating. And during an altercation of self-defense, Honey had to protect herself, and one thing just led to another, and obviously the two had their own situation, and one of them got eliminated. So that's basically their story, but definitely amazing. And then we have this very interesting one is Cecilia and Lais. It's also a soap opera. It's called Valitude. Yes, it's from Brazil. It basically follows Fatima. It's a young woman who believes success comes to any cost. She sells her family home, leaving her mother Raquel without money, and leaves to Rio de Janeiro with plans to marry a rich man. She gets involved with a con man, Cesar Ribeiro, and uses him to further her schemes to become wealthy and famous. So that's basically the plot. But there's also a storyline between Cecilia and Lais. They are a couple. Yes, they are a couple. That at the beginning, their relationship is very, very, very much, discreet. But later on, you can see that they are fighting for equal rights when it comes to woman, love. So there's also a very interesting plot, especially at the remake, because the first version of the telenovela, she actually got eliminated in this case, Cecilia. But in the second version, they have decided to keep her character alive so they can explore, other things. I still haven't watched the soap opera yet. I just recently came across their storyline, but it's definitely gaining more popularity as time goes by. So I will definitely be keeping you guys updated. But we can say they are a couple in the telenovela, and they are going through their own trials and tribulations in order to try to figure out life and how to just be together. So yes, hopefully soon I will be doing a review on them. And if you guys have more details regarding their relationship, please drop it down below in the comments. It will be very, very helpful. So yes, guys, that's basically it. Once again, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And I also want to say before we go, thank you so much for all the love and all the support. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Until the next video, and goodbye.